What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about love and hip hop Atlanta. It is going down, and it seems like Mama D's out here swinging for her son Scrappy, basically saying the recent events that took place on social media where footage was released of Scrappy and Sierra Gates going back and forth, and apparently Sierra Gates is accusing Scrappy of calling her the B word, and she said, if you're gonna call me a B word, you better make sure you call me the richest B word, a boss B, a boss this, a boss that. She wanted to correct him and check him, okay? And she's all up in his face. And Scrappy looks like he's trying to cop please, but then at the same time, he's on that time as well. So I was like, Lord have mercy. Sierra, what is going on? Sierra was really like up in his face, like, girl, if he decided to, swing on you or something like that, the way that you were so busy with your hands up in the air, you wasn't in no defensive, type of state. Like if there was an impact or he would have moved quick and reached down and touched you could have fell, you could have hit the ground, and you could have got even more hurt. Like, girl, just make sure, back up a little bit, because you don't know what type of time somebody's on. For real, for real. And you already know when it comes to Sierra Gates, she has a whole lot going on in her situation, because allegedly her and Eric are no longer together. And I guess she's single too. So she's single at this point. And then we got Erica Mena. Erica Mena, she's single too as well. So now it looks like Bambi's about to line up and be single too. Like, child, what is this, the single club? What is going on? They single with young babies, except for Sierra. She doesn't have any young babies, but it's a whole lot going on because Bambi got 3 small children. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. Like, for real, for real? And Bambi and Scrappy, something must have went on, something must have happened where Scrappy and Bambi was going back and forth, and whatever he said might have, hit Sierra, and Sierra jumped in, or she made it felt a certain type of way because her friend was being disrespected or has been disrespected, and that's why Mama D comes into the situation. And Mama D, she jumps on social media and she decides to defend Scrappy. Of course she is. And she basically says that, Sierra went off on Scrappy because she doesn't know both sides of the story. It's more than just her daughter-in-law side. She got to know the truth and the whole truth, okay? And you guys already know that Mama D has put out a few videos on her, social media account, Instagram, basically accusing Bambi of putting pause on her son Scrappy, okay? And now we get this footage of where Scrappy is going back and forth with Sierra Gates. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of domestic claims might be going on this season. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. Mama D basically says that when it comes to Sierra, she's going to be left holding the bag and she's going to look like a fool when the truth is unfolded, okay? And Sierra says she's standing 10 toes down for Bambi, point blank, period, okay? It is what it is. I know Bambi don't got love for Scrappy like that, or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I don't want none of my friends up in my man's face like that, point blank, period, because I gotta go home and be with him at night, especially if I'm gonna still be with him. Just like I wouldn't want him to let any of his friends be up in my face yelling and screaming, point blank, period. Let me handle it, let my man handle it. Don't address the partners or whatever the case may be unless it's absolutely necessary. In this case, it don't look like it was necessary, okay? It looks like TV drama just to get more drama on top of drama. But just don't be up in no man's face, because lately there's been a whole lot of domestic situations going on across the world. If you can walk away from the situation, walk away with your life so you can wake up and live another day and love your family. So let's get into this whole situation. Let's talk about Mendeecees. Mendeecees said he put his mother up for Collateral so he can get some material. Check this out.
But I wasn't on no El Chapo list.
Did it ever dawn on you?
But I got some crazy stories about I remember one time I was dealing with a connect, and this gonna sound horrible, but I put my mom up for Collateral.
What?
Yeah, I was getting I was getting a bunch of keys, and they was like, well, you guys show me where your mom live at, because if you run off on this, we can't afford you to run off.
Right.
And I was like, I ain't had no intentions of running off.
Right.
So I was like, I'll show you. And I took him. And she had no idea.
Right.
And I took him.
So is that normal?
I think at that point, I had good in my heart to do good business.
Right.
So I didn't think that far.
You didn't think that. So you was.
Child, did you hear what Mendeecees had to say? He said he took them. He said he took the cartel or whoever these people was to his house, and his mama didn't even know that she was being lined up. Lord have mercy. But Mendeecees says that he didn't had no intentions on doing any type of bad dealings, but anything could go wrong, child. And you already know Mendeecees has said some things about his mama, basically saying that she wasn't a good mom as he was growing up. She wasn't there for him. They used to be starving. They didn't have the nicest of things, and his mama was out here in these streets partying, doing whatever she do. Okay, so maybe it was an easy decision for him, but once you are into that lifestyle, there's some things that you say that you would never do that you will do. And hopefully, as we move on and as we progress, a lot of our men and women and boys and girls don't choose that lifestyle for real.
Because it's not a real wedding. You know what you say, Mama D don't understand what she said.
That there are other opportunities out here for the young people to actually succeed and be successful, and they don't have to believe that being a street pharmacist or selling material is the way to go to make money and to be prosperous, that they can earn another way. And hopefully there's opportunities out here and they can be guided by the elders, because it takes a village to raise a child, and let them know the dangers of this lifestyle, because it ain't no joke. That street life ain't easy for anybody to deal with. It's better to have a 9 to 5 for real. But in any event, when we get back to the situation, when it comes down to, Mendeecees' mother, she has a whole lot to say now, because now, Mendeecees have put it out there that, he put his mother's life in danger, and he put her as collateral, even though he probably gave her some money and broke her off some money and was paying for the location, he took and showed the people where she lived at and where she stayed at. But, so this can definitely be a storyline for Judy, because Judy has been preaching to the mountains, and she's been preaching to the skies, and she has been preaching to the stars that basically her son don't do right by her, and he's not as perfect as he claimed to be. And she also feels like her son put her on the back burner and put Yandy before her, and she feels a certain type of way, and she doesn't like the way he's moving, and she doesn't like the way that, he kind of like exit her out of his life, like she ain't in the mix of his life at all. It's like he distanced himself, like, there's a real distance, like it's serious. So we shall see. Maybe Mama Judy and Mama D might come together this season on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and basically tell the world how their sons are out here doing and treating them, okay? Because they've been preaching.